Are we just playing to die off the spike? Is that the MO?
Looks like NBG are really pre-aiming right now. Now the smokes are gone.
Apollo, stop. Hey, come here. Lawless anti-eco. That's what you love to see.
And Donut is a veteran of the game changer scene. She is no stranger to these girls. And I just knew off the bat, once they got that week 1 match out of the way, they knew that was winnable. By the way, it was so close. The sky's the limit to what these girls can achieve.
Dog, always going for my food.
Round by Shopify Rebellion Gold as well, so they carry in a lot of weaponry, and we're starting to see Noya farming up their ultimate. 5-0 has not died yet, so you have yourself building some of these crucial ultimates early on. And on the flip side, you do have fireball ops as well, but you have a lot more that you can play off of, and meL can call off of with the Noya ultimate, with that girl theft.
Ooh, okay. Using that shield early is not great. Well, at least for NBG.
So SRG just not revealing their position because of that. So already called for a backup.
Can find one trip. It's been good.
And now the Yoru clone from Alum gets called back. And NBG still hold on.
See what they do with this. This contact is interesting. And they just plant.
Smoked off both sides, and there's already some action before the spike can get planted. But thankfully,
oh, that's a miscue.
But maybe you really needed her presence in these gunfights. Sarah holds off as much as she can, leaving Alexis to play from main.
I don't like SRG. SR is just so much cleaner.
Off the sound cue and fault line in, already causing some movement.
Okay, Alexis. She wins these.
Last one left.
Easy.
And Alexis stays cool.
What a conversion for Shopify Rebellion Gold.
SR been in these moments, bro. I'm not gonna lose these clutches.
Alexis clean. I mean, we talked about this core being a veteran core, not only from GC, but managing to push over the edge, and now we get to see it in action here. It's coming alive for the Golden Squad. They're shining brilliantly, and I'm just excited to see how they're going to continue with it. On the flip side, NBG, they got it really close, but just a little bit tight. Like, honestly, if they were a little tighter there, I feel like the re-swing out of Hyun would have been a
great
lot
start
cleaner,
for
and they could have won it, right? It just came down
Donut
to
with a
wire.
great timing.
What an opening.
She was incredible at Spotlight. I got to meet her in person, so humble, like first times on a global stage, and she absolutely killed it. I think there was like a voice line or a sound clip of somebody from Cloud9 saying, Donut's cracked, like she's crazy, and looking forward to seeing more of her on now such a stacked team.
Really, if we're alone, we're like tucked or something to try to punish contact her.
Already off to a 5 versus 2 start, but with the weaponry upgrade, now the Bucky up close and personal. I thought Hyun was going to be able to
pistol versus a Bucky and pistol wins.
And we're heading towards possibly another flawless round.
President.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close.
Absolutely doing the best job so far. The lurks remind me of Inspire, and like they inspire me to say that Noya. When I saw them previously and how impactful they were against Fun Havers to qualify into this, and seeing them now, this is the Noya that we remember. That's why I put them as my prediction, because it was like, Trust and Plug was just a warm-up. It was just a moose-bouche for this amazing course of a meal that we're going to be seeing out of them. And a well-needed timeout out of Nightblood Gaming. Just going to be fixing up some of those problems, like how are they going to play in terms of their tactics.
Or timeout. Damn, really great start.
All of the chaos. I feel like you need to be a little bit more active, kind of like that Rankers mentality of taking some space with a composition like this. When you have the double duelists, you have to be a bit more active.
Yeah, I've only seen 2 rounds, but it looks like they don't really want to mess with that double duel A fight, so they're just putting pressure elsewhere, baiting out the shield, and then they don't have a lot of utility.
It's just another day at the office for a team like SRG, and specifically why they go to this map.
An op online here would be really great for them.
He's incredibly intelligent at the game, but studies her opponent, knows the weaknesses inside out, will watch every match. So Nightblood Gaming gotta kind of reinvent the wheel. They gotta kill Contract, Fireball.
And Odin on like A
this has to be
worked really well too.
Rolling yourself a really high roll there. Find an at 20 and send the fireball down flying, right?
I would have put my Cypher on A with how they've been playing.
With some of the ultimates coming online for the flip side, that's what we're going to try and be, seeing here out of Nightblood Gaming. already a change of pace, getting more active into A main, solo out of Yoru, but still the team.
Alright, that's
set
good
for the
info
C play.
if you're
Maybe try to
SR.
funnel them in almost and like, hey, come B, come C.
Information given to SRG because that recon wasn't shot right away. They knew. Now SRG knows.
Alright, getting Yoru on the deep line is really good for NBG here.
But you don't know what's in garage.
Needs at least one here. Gets two. Perfect. I mean, that TP was really bad. He could have easily gotten killed.
Amen. This is going to be a perilous round now for SRG, already being down 2. But having Alexis with flashes, that's your bread and butter. If she's not dropping 15, 20 assists, there's a problem. But you're losing fraggers for this offense, and the road can't stop here. SRG will be smoked off, and they're going to try and be as quiet as they can. And they'll have the site for free because no one's there.
But it's almost like
wasn't anything crazy in terms of an adjustments by NBG, but just having someone on a deep line and able to take that timing, Yoru is really nice.
Deny the plant rather quickly the moment they hear it. The timing is there for NBG.
Site clear. SRG have a Hunter's Fury, but that also sort of puts you out of action when you use that in a 2 versus 5. It's tough. Trying to go for a proactive play. Sarah goes 1 for 1. Better late than never. Now it's all up to Alexis. Gets away from the flash. Another one. And turns and burns on Fireball. Alum is injured. Boy is on the way. And they're just doing this one by one. But because Alexis shied away, it's NBG that get the defuse.
Good retake. They keep themselves up in the game, converting off the timeout here.
Hey, honey.
Now we're starting to get spicy. They got proactive into A. And you see Alum, we were talking about this player, like we're building around them, and they thrive.
Alright, Shopify, 2 of the biggest ults in the game, almost 3. Just have to make sure we're not getting into any of their traps and using those.
Sort of like that Rankers mentality of you have really strong solo individual players, let them shine, put them in positions to succeed. And hopefully they don't crumble. And
yeah, so it looks like we're doing what we did kind of last round, just getting our Yoru on a deep line for NBG. Oh, he started us with the ult. Okay, that's interesting. And we're just going straight for the Yoru. Oh, all play. Gets 1. It was only Dodo, so it's not like killer. And we get an immediate trade. I mean, this is just kind of selling on NBG's part. You get off with the early first blood, and then you just throw away 2 lives. Walking down mid. Kind of troll. We're going to go for it, then we need to all walk down. More than 2 together.
Not only with the numbers advantage, you have ultimate stacked. meL being alive and active, allowing them to call and make sure that, all right, we could take.
This is good by NBG, just walking in spawn. You're kind of doing what you have to do.
Smoked off. They're not going to be able to find much here.
I don't like Cypher being down there, though. That doesn't really make much sense.
That's expensive if they shoot the recon, because it's better for the retake.
Alright, you'll just kind of be ahead of this. Not by much, though. Retake's going to be awfully difficult. Only have 1 flash. And we're going to invest this ult by Alexis. Interesting. I mean, I'm for it. Like, you'll send them back to a mixed buy, but I would have loved if we could have saved one of those ults, but hey, guarantee the round, whatever.
Just layers of SRG utility. We have, again, Sarah, like you mentioned, with the Hunter's Fury, whether it's necessary for a
yeah, we had 2 people, our Sova and our ISO, who didn't have a great money, so not the worst.
Coming through here. Perfect time to dive in, I think, a little bit deeper into how SR was able to capitalize off that. Again, meL being able to call off it. We saw popping their Hunter's Fury early in the round, knocking down Dodonut and taking them down a notch. But the pivot out of SRG is truly what allowed them to win there. They managed to reclaim some heads, and more than that, take the A site, one of the harder sites to retake in Valorant without substantial ultimates.
And I think NBG are having a wobbly start, but this is a team that you have to respect. Finished 3rd place in playoffs in stage 3 last year. And this is a team that really showed up last week as well. So it's a weird start for sure, but of course they'll be able to talk things through, and they have a bunch of ultimates. Still waiting for that kill contract. I'm excited to see if we can get a good impression of Kane Zera out there, but
I would hope so. I mean, they didn't need it for the previous round. It was just more of like they had it in their back pocket. And Fireball Ops is pretty good on the shots, so we're seeing them popping off in these cases. We'd like to continue to see them. It's just a matter of when are we going to be inserting it? How are we going to play around it? And you've got, you know, obviously it's a tech pause, but it's got to break some of the momentum of SRG. NBG did have a timeout. They've changed up some of their protocols. How and in what, more than how, like they need to change up yet again. Because SRG, one thing that they're very solid on is to continue to adapt against their opponents. No matter what the situation calls for, meL is able to adapt to their opponent.
Hey, buddy.
Faster.
Hey, buddy. Hey,
and you
buddy.
see that NBG are trying to work on these sync issues, like the fact that Kess waited at the top window where any other Sova player, recon, spray through the Odin. It's pretty safe, you can back up, but just not having the confidence to go for that and really wanting to make sure that we live and die as a team, and maybe wanting your IGL or someone else to be there with you to play off of that recon is also a great call. But once NBG have the sync down, right, and they can shoot back, of course, at Shopify Rebellion Gold, this will be a completely different map.
I'm gonna have to agree. You know, it's a matter of their timings and coordination. SRG, they've been a core that's played for a very long time.
Really?
So
A tech pause? Like I have to go soon.
But with this tech pause still underway.
Alright, we got Dodo Knives on her to save. 30 coast. Hella great.
Well, it's affecting our lobby for sure. We do have to throw to a quick break to make sure everything is okay, so we'll see after this.
That's troll. Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they dominate?
Sick.
Last 30 seconds! Turn it up!
Bro just dominated a team easily. I was already playing ranked. Alright, heard. Love just getting insta ads every time I click something new. Isn't that great? Say 9 minutes. Oh, I have to go, so it sucks.